The one on the right is a female Pharaoh quail called Cleo, and she's about 5 years old now. The one on the left is called Bendybeak for obvious reasons. I went to a market, it's a place I've been before years ago, and they individuals sell quail. They're all quail that have been in cages, but I wanted a male quail and I thought it was the nearest place to go. Well, it was a big mistake, because the quail I ended up with when I got the box home was not the quail that had been picked out of the cage. This beak is very badly curved. There's not a great deal I've been able to do about it, although I have very gently begun to snip bits off it to try and ease his way that he can eat, and I have had to feed him on occasions because he just hasn't been able to get the food. I don't know how he's lived this long. He's also got a hip problem. I keep feeding him a high protein diet. I'm hoping that this will help. He's been getting organic beef liver, which he really loves, but he finds difficult to pick up, so I put it in his mouth. But this cold weather has just really got to him. So I brought the two in, and I'm observing them and seeing what we can do about them. She's actually stopped eating, which is rather sad. She's just old and she's just feeling the cold, and basically she's just fed up. But you can see them together now and they look really good together. I mean, he's got a problem with his hip again, so he's sort of leaning on her, but it's not just that. You can see they actually do have a bond there. They obviously get on really well, and I'm hoping they're going to jolly each other along, which I think they are. So we'll see what happens over the day. Well, you can see that she's actually been encouraged to eat by eating with him. And I find this with hens and other birds, other of my poultry. If you've got a problem with one eating, it's often depression. It's just straightforward depression with birds. It can happen if there's a bereavement. It can happen if they've got stress. They get into a vicious circle where they stop eating and then they start to feel weak, and then they actually, in the end, they can't eat. So you end up having to help them eat. But one of the best ways of doing it, rather than try and force food down them, is to get another bird with them, and this bird will encourage them to eat. So Bendybeak really wants to eat. He's really hungry all the time because he only can get a little bit in his mouth at a time. So he's a very good bird to encourage another bird to eat. The funny thing here is that I put this box, it's a little organic, what we call a bagging box here. It's a bulk way of selling wine and olive oil. This is an olive oil one. And I've just cut it open, put some hay in, because I could see they really wanted to be close together. And they actually go in this box on their own. So they're coming out, feeding, and then they're going in. And he is actually sticking his foot out like this because it's obvious a way he can get relief. But it's definitely a deficiency, because every time I give him organic liver, the limping goes away. He's also trying to get underneath her as well. And again, it's just like a human being wanting a hug, or, you know, it's a return to being with your mum. He's treating her as if she's his mother, and she's fine with it. Look, I mean, here she is. She's letting him lean on her. So I think this is a really nice example of what we do tend to forget, and very dangerously so, I believe, about birds, is that they are sentient beings, and they can care for each other, and they can sort their own problems out as well if you just give them a little bit of a hand. Come on. Come on, Bendybeak. Just get that in like that. That's it. Nice. Yeah, he's happy. A bit more, come on. Open that pearly beak. Okay. There you go. Oops. Is it not in? Push it further to the back, it's easier for him. Just losing it. Uh-oh. Try again. He needs to go right to the back because he's got a real problem with his beak. Yeah? Good. This will do your hip good. Don't want any pieces that are too big because you don't want to choke him. As long as he's making this happy sound, this squeaky sound, he's okay. But if he gets under stress, I'd stop doing it, but there you go. Okay, nice. It's like a worm. I have actually fed him worms as well, but he likes those as well, but he does find it very difficult. It is a bit of a gruesome operation, so it's easier with liver. So I hope you enjoyed this film. They're both doing really well now. They've been back in the greenhouse for a couple of days because the weather's changed, and if anything happens again, I'll bring them in again. Thanks for watching.